West is at the west, east is at the east. It always was and always will be. Our today's comparative test would not be contrary to the great poem of Rudyard Kipling. German Volkswagen Tiguan is not giving up its positions. Japanese RAV4 will stand its ground. I guess if we decided to hide logos on these cars, any car-addicted person could specify which one is Japanese and which one is German. Volkswagen looks restrained, laconic and even elegant. At the same time, Toyota gives you some emotions. I'd say it looks very nice, like a Christmas tree. This is a top configuration for Toyota RAV4, available for the Ukrainian market. So there are a lot of goodies here. We have a keyless go system, engine start button, navigation system, rear view camera, different driving modes, servo tailgate and servo seats. Even blind spot assistant is here. As you see, there are a lot of options. You cannot give up. Volkswagen has enough settings for steering wheel and driver's seat, so I can be nestled cozy and warm. Please admit the interior design. The dashboard looks simple and not as brutal as in Toyota, although some must say it looks boring. Despite the fact that Volkswagen Tiguan is a compact car, its back seats are very spacious. And look, here we have an armrest made of the high-graded German plastic, 2 cup holders and 2 tables. But I cannot imagine that right now hostess is going to bring a lunch for me. It would be much easier to put my laptop here, and this is very useful feature. By the way, the first time I didn't find 2 more cup holders. You can find them down here, near the socket. Thus, the Tiguan turns into a real American car for 2 or 3 rear passengers. It offers as many as 6 cup holders. Rear seat row in Toyota RAV4 is not less spacious than the Volkswagen Tiguan can offer, although rear passenger can adjust the seat. Of course, it's very comfortable. Besides, the armrest is trimmed in leather, but Toyota offers only 2 cup holders. Compared with Volkswagen, it's just a shame. And now a short notice for those who are not familiar with Volkswagen. When you turn on the rear screen heating, it doesn't mean that it activates the heating of side mirrors simultaneously. This function has its own button. It's located on the door card, at the same place that mirrors adjuster. I don't know why Germans did exactly this way. During a week I drive this car, found one significant disadvantage as for me. Threshold is very high and it's very easy to stumble on it and just fall out of the car. Unfortunately, we couldn't get these cars with similar configurations. Toyota is a little bit richer and of course costs a little bit more expensive. But Volkswagen Tiguan can offer the same options. The only question is how much do you have to pay for it? Price is almost as important than the car's features. Toyota RAV4 with the top configuration costs about $45,000. The price for Tiguan is about $42,000. But if we add missing options from Toyota to Volkswagen, we'll have $6,600 extra fee. Thus, the complete price for Volkswagen Tiguan with full ammunition will count about 49,000. Required maintenance for both cars is provided on every 15,000 kilometers. If we consider that both cars cover 30,000 kilometers a year, Toyota will take $560 for maintenance. At the same time, Volkswagen service will cost much cheaper, about $420 a year. As just I started the engine in Volkswagen, I promptly understood that Toyota's noise insulation is much better. Tiguan's engine sound is well marked. Volkswagen has one option which you will never find in Toyota – electric parking brake. It's comfy. In my opinion, Volkswagen Tiguan has one great advance in its class. It's brilliant, unbelievable handling. The suspension is tough and stout, and it doesn't admit any banks. The car is very tractable. It allows you to drive as much aggressive as you can. Volkswagen gives you potential. Slalom. In Ukraine it's jokingly called snake. This is not the most pleasant exercise for crossovers. Large size, high gravity center and soft suspension are the most popular weaknesses in the world of crossovers. Yet, this is the best way to evaluate the handling of our vehicles. As we expected, Toyota did the slalom with great rolls. I had to anticipate the car's traction. Tiguan passed the slalom exercise like a boss, easily. I almost didn't have to put any effort, felt just like sporty hatchback. If we impose one video to another, we will see the difference between Tiguan's and RAV4 behaviors. In fact, to make these cars equally strong in this exercise, Tiguan should have to be driven by a newbie, instead RAV4 by a rally champion. And now let's see how long it took for both cars to pass the slalom. At the start, Tiguan took the lead, thanks to its brilliant suspension. Volkswagen didn't need to slow down at the corners. RAV4 just couldn't repeat such maneuver. As a result, Toyota loses 3 seconds. As for such short distance, 3 seconds are eternity. On the off-road, Tiguan's suspension feels more tough. We can hear distant impacts, but Volkswagen still passed all the same roughnesses as Toyota. The suspension of RAV4 has bigger capacity, so it deals us much more comfort on off-road. I have no complaints about the gearbox in Toyota. It suits well to the car's capabilities. At the same time, Tiguan's transmission is not enough to make fun. We could get more fun if this car was equipped with DSG. This time, we decided to measure the braking distance with a speed of 100 km/h. These cars have different tires, they are driven by human, not by robots, so of course there is a small inaccuracy. But still, braking distance for both cars was 30 meters. We made 6 attempts, and only one time Toyota stopped a bit earlier than Volkswagen, so I believe this is a fair draw. But some Toyota fans can say that recovering of BMW is not cheap process. The air temperature now is about 6 degrees above zero. For sure, test for braking is not entirely appropriate. That's why the braking distance was shorter each next attempt. Tires got warmer and there was no risk for overheating the brakes. As a result, less than 30 meters for both cars. That's a good outcome. And now we are facing our favorite hill. We haven't seen no single crossover which could climb this hill. And that's why climbing surface is loose sand and our cars have tires for highway. Both competitors begin to climb briskly. Both German and Japanese cars are equipped with all-wheel drive. Both have chances to win. The top is very close, but sorry, not this time. Although Toyota was much closer to the victory. Toyota and Volkswagen have downhill assistance in their ammunition. It would be better if developers made hill climb assistance for these cars. However, today Toyota was extremely close to win, but Tiguan was not so far behind. Four-wheel drive systems worked good, providing active rotation for front and rear wheels. I must say, if these cars had real mud tires, this hill might seem a piece of cake. The next trial is diagonal hanging. We'll check the performance of all-wheel drive mode. Will these cars still move on when one of the wheels is off the ground? I must recall that both cars are equipped with all-time all-wheel drive system. In fact, this is the ticket to success in this exercise. Tiguan is shorter than RAV4, and Volkswagen has more suitable bumper structure, so it goes quickly and safely. Now is the best time to make the body twisting test. Let's start from the tailgate. It opened absolutely normally. So is closed. Let's proceed to the side doors. As it turned out, Volkswagen Tiguan has a perfect body. Everything works perfect. Let's see what's about Toyota. Toyota RAV4 performed an ideal traction. All-wheel drive system worked the way it was supposed. Just like Tiguan, RAV4 easily moved to the finish. It seems to me it's time to get more difficult tests for crossovers. Frankly speaking, I'm not sure that Toyota will pass the body twisting test. Because of its long wheelbase, it's quite hard to keep the body twisting resistant. So we're opening the tailgate. By the way, we have servo here. I think you admitted the way it opens. Did you see? The door opens sharply. Let's see if it's closing. We could hear a click, but it's closed. The body got slightly twisted. Let's see the doors. It's okay. According to the passport, Toyota accelerates to 60 miles an hour for 10 seconds. Tiguan goes a little slower for 10.7, but only drag racing will show who is the fastest. At about 40 miles an hour, the engine of Toyota begins its game. It has more power, so Toyota keeps accelerating while Volkswagen tries not to stop. As a result, RAV4 reached finish 15 meters ahead. Here's the sweet revenge for failed Slalom. Before we started filming process, I thought that Toyota RAV4 has no chances against Volkswagen Tiguan. The reputation of German car is too good. Tiguan has too much improving responses. But as it turned out, Japanese crossover has something to counter. Toyota stood against Volkswagen as a rock, as an equal opponent. As for me, the main difference between these cars is that Volkswagen is made for aggressive drivers, for active drivers, for those men who exactly know which way the car should respond to driver. Toyota goes very good. RAV4 is good equipped and quite spacious. That's a lot of small details that make car comfortable and versatile. Although, in fact, both cars belong to the same class – crossovers.